It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. We can hardly wait for the start of this one. Next on Madden Football.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you, and we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a...
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. And the defense has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
I don't know if you saw it, Mike, but as the quarterback was taking the field, he took an extra couple seconds to thank his defense as they made their way to the sideline. Not only giving him the ball, but giving him the ball on what is a short field. Now,
his first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. Look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. He's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Chiefs offense going to take over now for the second time. They start with outstanding field position, trying to get the first points of this game. It'll be 1st and 10. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Here's Pacheco. And no signal, waiting. They say he did not break the plane. He's down inside the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That is caught by the tight end, Jared Wiley. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Raiders offense ready for their second possession. They had that pick on the opening drive that led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back, 1st and 10. The first run for Alexander Madison. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with Madison. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Now a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Madison. On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy. Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return go. The Chiefs offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down. They put Kelsey in motion. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy, but you get paid to catch them all.
One of the tight ends motions right. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease and man, he is gone.
And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Patrick to throw. It is brought in the end zone. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, KC.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. He'll take it in at the goal line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He gets this one to Tucker. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run here with Madison. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, a run with Madison. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
That one caught by Tucker. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents it.
And he's in! Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Vegas. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike, and I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the 1st quarter, and they cut into that lead. I have a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and We're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting set to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. A first down throw for Mahomes. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
We are through one. 14-7 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, Mahomes. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
To the left side in the hands of Rice.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Madison. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. In motion is Myers. Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10. That's brought in by Myers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On 2nd down, here comes Madison. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's 1st and 10. A give here to Pacheco. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes. That's complete to Rice. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They face 2nd down and 7. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Mahomes back. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now the former rushing champ. It's Kareem Hunt. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30. Throwing now, Mahomes. That's dropped off for Pacheco. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Mahomes. He's got it inside the 5. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. To the goal line and in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will take a 21-7 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now Minshew. That'll be taken in. It's Alexander Madison. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the give, and now it's Minshew. Fires complete to Harrison Bryant. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Play action now with Minshew. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They are not having success on defense. That play picks up 19 yards. Here's Madison. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. Straight ahead, here's Madison. And the Raiders are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line. Off the bootleg, it's Minshew. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Man in motion here is Tucker. They'll run with Madison. Good blocking, and he's in. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Raiders. His second touchdown of this first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders draw closer here. It's 21-14. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The home team's offense and the veteran DeAndre Hopkins ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. Firing right side, brought in by Brown.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down. Right back to the air for Mahomes. Open man downfield. It's DeAndre Hopkins with the grab. A gain there of 27 yards.
Mike, you know what we used to call those plays? No, 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 yes. Because that's exactly what was going through the mind of the coach on the sideline when the quarterback decided to throw that ball into really tight coverage.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And he's into the end zone yet again. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, KC. What a half he is putting together. That's his 3rd touchdown already. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the first half. Could be a record-setting game. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Minshew. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He had it going right away. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 2 more in the second. 4 touchdown passes all told. And he's likely not
Third quarter
done
set to
yet.
commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Abdullah now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense. And their running back set to go once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. And this is going to be a Raiders first down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. He's going to take a shot down the field. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll motion a tight end right. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd down, 3 to go. They put Kelsey in motion. on third down. Mahomes. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Mahomes now to throw again. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Off the play fake. Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
One of the tight ends in motion right. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. A run here with Abdullah. Room to run at the 35. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And that's going to get closed up quickly. He'll get only to the 37. Look him up on a second down and 8. Minshew out of the pistol here. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On third and long, it's Minshew. Now he'll air one out. And he will go all the way. Terrace Marshall. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That's to Kelsey on the tight end screen. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle. It's Madison. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game. Here's Minshew. This one complete to Bryant. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. Here's Abdullah. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Minshew. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back is Minshew. Here's a screen set up for Abdullah. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
And this one's going to be downed inside the 20-yard line. The home team's offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. First and 10. Here's Mahomes. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Right back to Kelsey again. 17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the first.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
First down throw, Mahomes. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Mahomes now on second down. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Madison gets it from the pistol. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Minshew going to look to throw. Here's a screen set up for Madison. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. On the give, this is Madison. And he will take this down close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Madison. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Vegas.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They'll go here with Madison, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Minshew. This one caught at the 4. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
To throw, Minshew. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They look to throw it with Minshew. That one caught by Tucker. And he'll only be able to get to the 7-yard line. So good work by the defense. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Mahomes. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he's going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Chiefs first down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
The Raiders offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Minshew. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Man in motion here is Tucker. Again, it's Madison. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
To the air on 3rd down, it's Minshew. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So it is back to a 1-point game now in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. On the ground, this is Hunt. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Mahomes fakes the give and keeps it himself. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious as we say so long from Arrowhead.